NGR Educational and Research Institute, University, Motherwell, Chennai.
Warm greetings to everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the third session of Diksharam. I would like to welcome our founder Chancellor A.C. Shanmugam sir, our Honorable President ACS Arun Kumar sir, Vice Chancellor Dr. Geeta Lakshmi ma'am, Provost, Rectors, Registrars, Additional Registrars, all Joint Registrars, Deans, Deputy Deans, HODs, Deputy HODs, teaching and non-teaching staffs of our various departments. I would like to extend a special welcome to our chief guest of honor, Mr. DWARAK Naha, founder and director, Intelligent Overseas Education, India and Australia, and Intellect Propriety Limited, Australia. So, Dwarak Naha is an industry expert turned academician who has 15 years of rich experience in the corporate and education industry. He holds an UK MBA Human Resource and Finance from University of South Wales. He is the founder and director of Intelligent Overseas Education, India and Australia, and Intellect Proprietary Limited, Australia. So he also worked as a project consultant in VEVS Global Australia, HR manager in Amplexer German company, senior HR in Bajaj Capital, HR in Cephalus, and operations executive in Panasonic. So he has got his BCom degree from DG Vaishnava College, Chennai, and he is also a PIER certified student agent counselor for universities and colleges. He is highly skilled and PIER certified professional to counsel students, partnered with migration registered agents and lawyers who are globally recognized. Genuinely care about helping students by providing them with the most recent data on colleges and courses abroad, deals with the individuality of the pupils, various traits, passions, and skills. He also managed the entire government of HR activities with accountability of HR application support, business support, strategy, policies, process, and systems. Demonstrated excellence in comprehending the process of creating and using HR analytics, supporting the conceptualization of HR metrics and strategy. He also skilled in using metrics and qualifying key outcomes in recruitment, L&D, compensation and performance management, formulating value for HR departments by showing links between HR and business outcomes. He also played a vital role in formulating and implementing HR strategy, HR action plan, HR intervention, HR life cycle activities, and supporting business as strategic business partner. Acknowledged for having recognized factors that negatively impact employee relation, motivation, performance, retention, behavior, engagement, and happiness. He is also skilled in interpreting, designing, developing, benchmarking, implementing, and streamlining HR policies, practices, procedures, processes, systems. And he is currently handled clients such as Dell, Renault, Nissan, Airbus, HCL, BMW, and so on. Now I would like to request Mr. Dwarak Naga sir to enlighten the students with his speech. Welcome you, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's giving me an immense pleasure to address the students of MGI University. So basically, she has given a very big introduction for myself. Um, so obviously, so I have whole sort of activities right from being a student, international student, and then um, you know having a practical experience being an international student, and then stepping into the career of HR, and then where I handled companies and then lots of employees with right from recruitment till the exit formalities. And also, I just moved to Australia like 7 years ago, and then I started, I got certified as a student counselor, where I started counseling students, and then help the students to successfully study abroad and also settle down abroad. So I would like to, because of the short duration that we have, I would like to jump into the presentation and take you through a few important slides, and also few important points I wanted to touch upon. So why you should study abroad, and what are the things that you need to look just before you decide to go and study abroad. Okay, so let me start with a presentation with a slide. So okay, so first, how many of you would like to visit a foreign country? So if you have the option of sending some chat on the chat section, you can just type and send few this thing, whatever the interest. I mean, you can just raise your hand, or like just some sort of comments on that. So how many of you would you like visit a foreign country? Or how many of you would like to succeed or achieve great things in life? Or how many of you would like to earn 10 times more than your peers? How many of you would like to pursue higher education? And how many of you think that quality education is very important to succeed or earn well? So these are the questions that we pose, but I don't know if you have the option of commenting. So by studying abroad, you will be able to achieve all these criteria that's been mentioned on the slide. Okay, so now let me take you through to a small video presentation, of our company, so that you'll have an idea. Okay, now let's go back to our slides. So the next one is, so why overseas education? Okay, so when you study abroad, you have lots of benefits that you can own. Okay, so one is like having a great advantage of having a successful profession, a quality education, and personal life, with a good education being the most obvious. Although that's true, you have like a lot more to add to it. Okay, so first we'll look into the academic benefits. It can get you into multiple streams. Okay, so and you learn from the best. For example, UK ranks second in the world for science and research. So by studying abroad, you just get that exposure, and also you just get to meet like multiple multicultural people, and also the environment will be totally different compared to what you already seen in your hometown. Okay, and then again, you have a wide range of options to choose from. So for example, I would say if you take an accounting course or if you take an IT related course, there are multiple streams. For example, cyber security, network and engineering. So you have lots of bifurcations in that. So where you get to choose the that interests you, and also you can just get a practical and industry ready knowledge by studying abroad. That would be one of the major factor that you can explore studying abroad. It's going to be more practical and you would be industry ready, because when you study abroad, things work in a different way. So it's not that what you study, it's, I mean, it just correlates from correlates to your study as well as your work. When you So the developed countries, basically what they do is they'll just do a 10-year planning or 20-year planning, depends upon the country which you wish to study. So they'll have an heads up of the labor shortages or labor requirement that they may face in the next 10 to 15 years. Accordingly, they'll just sketch it out and then discuss with the government that these are the um, professions that they are looking at, that's going to develop in the next 10-15 years. So accordingly they create a curriculum and also talk to the education institutions to offer similar courses or to offer the right courses and get the students industry ready, so that once you pass out of your the course, then you can step into one of these professions that are very much in demand. That's how it would be, and the supply and demand would be equally proportional to each other. Next, you get a worldwide recognition. For example, if you study in UK or any of the countries, for example, Canada, US, or Australia, so you get a worldwide recognition. Even if you come back to your own country, so it's going to give you that a standout recognition, because you have studied abroad and you got a world level. At a You have studied at a different level. You studied at a different country and earned a worldwide recognition qualification. And then next thing is you can work and earn in lakhs while you study. For example, in India, you may start at 5 lakhs or 10 lakh package, but when you study abroad, the package would be starting from 30 to 35 lakhs, which is at least 25 lakhs more than what you might earn in your home country. So that is another advantage. And then again, you save lots of time by studying abroad. For example, in UK, they're offering 1 year master program. In India, we have typical 2 year master programs. And then in UK, for example, if you take an MBA, in India, it will be a 2 year program. But in UK, the same master's degree is being offered for 1 year. And it's been practiced for many years. It's not something which they got, just brought recently. It's been practiced for many years. And they're very successful in doing so. And then you have lots of personal benefits. So it's going to unlock your narrow mind. For example, I know we all been brought up in Chennai, and then we have our own ways of looking at things. But when you study abroad, it's going to unlock your mind and then look your life into a different, you're going to look your life from a different perspective. And also you're going to know different cultures, and going to meet like different people, and you're going to relate to that. And also it's going to boost your self confidence. For example, when you study abroad, everything starts as a new. You're going to start from the scratch. So it builds up your self confidence, where after that 1 year or 2 years of abroad study, you're going to come back to your hometown or whichever part of the world that you're going to travel to. You'll have that confidence to, you know, um, bring up yourself. You don't have to rely on anyone. And the next thing is the international exposure. So they both are interrelated. Um, the thing, when you just go to a different place, it's going to give that exposure. You're going to meet multicultural people. The place is new, the people are new, so you're going to make new friends, you're going to learn new languages. And also it helps you to look, travel and see some new places as well. And also the most important thing is that you will understand the real concept of responsibility at a very young age, because when you start handling everything by yourself, then things are very different. Right now we rely so much on our parents, to pay your fees, and then they take care of your accommodation, food, and everything. because they are parents. But when you start, when you just move abroad, then obviously you'll just get that responsibility to handle your life by yourself. So that gives you lots of confidence in handling your life. That can be even for your work, or even for running a family as well. Then the experience the independent life. So all that are related to this. And next, you have lots of career benefits as well. So one is like good job opportunities, and you become more competitive. So when we talk about good job opportunities and become more competitive, the good job opportunities are will be both in India as well as abroad, and you become more competitive. For example, when you have an international recognition for your degree, when you apply for a job, there might be hundreds of application with same MBA. I would take MBA as an example. Okay, so hundreds of MBA graduates would apply, but when you study abroad and then when you post your CV, so your CV would stand out. At least you stand a chance of getting selected to for the interview, to attend the interview. So that's something very important to get selected for the interview, and then you land in a high paid job. That also, I mean, so that's one of the main highlights that you see as a career benefit. And then you create diverse opportunity for yourself because you have a foreign degree, and then earn 10 times more than what you may earn back in your home country. So there are lots of benefits with regards to when you look at the career angle, look from the career angle. Right. And then there are few things that we have put up, myths and facts. For example, many things studying abroad is too expensive and we can't afford to do that. So studying abroad can be very cheap and affordable to middle class people. For example, you can just, even for a cost of like 15 lakhs, you can study abroad. So that is as cheap that you can get. And because I would say it's very cheap because you're going to earn that money back after completion of your studies, or even while you study also. All these countries, the developed country like UK, Canada, Australia, US, they all allow you to work while you study. Okay, so you can work up to 20 hours while you study. So you can earn a lot of money while you're doing the course itself. And then the second myth is the only reason people study abroad is to party and have fun. So that is absolutely false, because you will have fun, but not at the cost of your studies. So it's not about what you see in the movies and the films. They are not true. So they're totally different from what you see, because you have your own responsibility. So you can't, you'll not have much time to do all those things. And the next thing is the only reason to study abroad is to improve your language skills. So every student, sorry, what is that? All right, can you increase the slide thing, because okay, so I can, yeah, and the numbers were like blocking that. So there, okay. So studying abroad is a sorry, it's gone to the next slide. Uh, okay, okay. So every student in every subject can benefit from an international education. So language skills, obviously, it's going to help you, but not to a great extent. But unless and until you have the strong foundation, it will help you to develop your on your skills. But not literally you can't learn a new language. You learn the language, but obviously for writing and be grammatically correct, so you have to literally have that strong foundation. And next one is studying abroad is only for students of certain age, so which is again not true. So age and studies are like it can be done at any age. It's not that you have to do only at certain age. And students can only go and study abroad in Europe, so which is again not true. So now students can go to any country in any part of the world and study, so which, I mean, based on their passion. And also it depends upon we also advise, so which course to study and where to study, which that can help you to earn a very good job, and at the same time you can also settle down. And studying abroad is only for certain type of people. So to an extent it is slightly true, just because if you're very reserved, okay, so if you think on, okay, so it's only, I can study only in India and all those things. So in those sort of situations, definitely yes, you can't, you need to have that open, you should have that open mindedness to explore new things. If you're like, narrow minded, then definitely it won't work out for those sort of people. You should be ready to face the challenges. It would suit only those sort of people. And then there aren't many study abroad scholarship available, so which is again not true. There are heaps of scholarship that's available for students, so which we can tell you once you ask some queries regarding that, because there are lots and lots of scholarships, and we do around 800 universities across the world. And also we have lots of universities. Each one has got their own scholarship awards, so that we can do, look into only when we go closer to it. Depends upon the course and which institution. Again, it all depends upon your educational credentials as well. So if you have a very good profile, then definitely it will help you. Okay, so these are like other myths and facts. So studying abroad will take longer duration. Again, no, that's not true. So as I said, UK is offering a 1 year master program, which will help you to get a master degree within 1 year. So you save that 1 year's time. And businesses don't care if you study abroad. This is one of the important thing, because as I earlier said, so corporates are looking for people who has got like uh, different exposures. They just want people to be their employees to be a team player. So in order to be a team player, you need to gel with every set of people. So there might be a person from North India, there might be a person from East India, and there might be a foreigner that you would be working in the same team. So obviously when you study abroad, definitely it's not, you're going to meet lots of people, and lots of students going to come from a different background. So obviously that's going to help you to understand their way of workings, and they how they just get along with others and all those things. Definitely that's going to help you, and corporates are looking for that sort of people, so that they just want to keep of the company in a healthier manner. So that culture is very important for the companies nowadays. So that is another major factor. And cost of an MBA program, so you can look into that. See, these are some of the institutions that are costing when you study in Chennai. So you can compare the same thing to a foreign education. And when I say, you can start your foreign education for as little as 15 lakhs. So you can compare the similar thing. So definitely abroad education is not expensive, so it's affordable. And nowadays, there are lots of loans that's being given by the banks, and also we also have a tie up with some institutions where they just do unsecured loan for up to 70 lakhs. Okay, so I mean, there are lots of ifs and buts are there, and there are a lot of conditions apply on that, but still they can do an unsecured loan up to 70 lakhs as well. So it's easy to get an education loan, depends upon your background and everything. So it's definitely possible. And again, that loan can be repaid within a short span of time, because when you study abroad, the country gives you like 2 years of post study work visa, where after completion of the studies they will allow you to stay back in that country and work full time, so that you can do any sort of jobs, and you would be earning easily. If you study in UK, per annum you can make around I would say um, 12 to 15 lakhs easily. Okay, so and then again, if you're staying for a couple of years after your studies, then you're making like 30 to 35 lakhs during that period itself. And again, you're earning money while you study, okay, and you work as a part timer, and then you can work full time during your summer holidays. That is in UK. But if you take Australia, they are giving up to 6 years. Depends upon the state where you study, and depends upon the course that you study as well. So it's up to 5 years and 6 years they're giving, which is going to give you maximum benefit, and also it will also allow you to settle down after completion of your studies. Let's move on to next slide. So these are some of the this thing, but I don't want to get in detail about studying in different countries. I just want to take you to, okay, so you see, as I said, master's degree is 1 year, 2 years. With 2 years also they are offering, but with an industrial placement as well. So internships also available in UK, and the major intakes are Jan, September, and October. Jan, February, September, and October. So you get freshers MBA, and also there are MBAs that are available for students with lots of experience as well, and they have a mature MBA, mature entry MBA. So people are in, like, late 35s and also can do MBAs there. So these are some of the requirement. If you see the requirement for is, past standard 12, student age, for that's for mature entry MBA. So for your this thing, I mean, for your bracket, this would be the right one. Having work experience. Okay, so this is for this thing. Sorry, this is the fresher MBA, because you guys are freshers. So with no work experience, you can do an MBA. And this one again, they offer it for 1 year. Okay, so these are the funds that you can show as source of funds when you study abroad. Your parents' fixed deposit, your parents' saving bank account, and you can show educational loans from nationalized or private sector bank, and also you can show a guarantor or collateral security in that case, and also scholarships are available. So this is for UK. See, somehow you can work up to 20 hours during your course duration. During vacation, students can work unlimited hours. That means, for example, you'll have 8 months of continuous study period. So during that time, you can work 20 hours while you have the courses going on. For example, you may have like a semester break, okay, for 3 to 4 months. During that time, you can work full time, which is 40 hours. That is during your course study period itself. So then after that, again, you have 2 years of post study work visa, where it's completely in your hands. You can just work full time, which is 40 hours minimum, and then you can work as many hours as that you wish for. Okay, so then the return on investment is something that we have calculated for you. Minimum wage in UK is £8.21. So if you work for 20 hours, you will get like 165 per week. And then if you take that money, exchange rate in Indian money, it's 15,000 rupees is what that you will earn per week. And then per month, if you work 20 hours, you would be earning around 62,000 rupees in Indian money. And as I said, in 9 months you will work like for 20 hours, which you will earn around 5 lakh 60, and then remaining 3 months you would be earning 3 lakh 70. So here, if you see, you have already made I mean, 70-80% of your tuition fees for the first year. Okay, and then this is for the uh, remaining earnings. So when you work full time during your post study work visa, so you work up to 40 hours, and then you will be earning 32,000 per week. And then for the month, you will be earning 1,28,000. And then for the entire year, you're earning 15 lakhs. For 2 years, you're earning 30 lakhs. So here you've already earned around 12 lakhs, sorry, around 10 lakhs here. And then you're earning around 31 lakhs here. So imagine, you can just calculate for yourself. Your course fees is only roughly about 15 lakhs or 17 lakhs. And then if you deduct from that, then obviously, even if you decide to return to India at some point, you would be having at least 15, 20 lakhs in your hand. And again, it's going to give you an edge over other students. And the industries, these are some of the pay package for the industries. For IT, the average salary would be like 71,000 pounds per year. And for banking, you can get up to 77,000. For telecommunications, $62,000. For human resource, 67. Engineering, nearly 60. Marketing and advertising, it's 80. Construction, it's again 41. So you can see the average salary that's being earned in these countries. So $71,000 nowadays, it's around 90 rupees. I mean, even if you keep 95, it's coming up to around 68 lakhs roughly about per annum. And that's also again, it's being on just being a fresher. If you secure a job, you can end up, getting into this bracket here. And again, for Australia, so again, I don't want to step into this too much in detail. Australia is opening up very in a big way. So that's why from this month again they're going to bring up a legislation where they will be giving students the post study work visa up to 6 years. And minimum wages in Australia is the highest in the world. So at the same time, Australia is slightly expensive, but definitely the return on your money is, it's guaranteed, and it will also help you to settle down. Okay, so if you see again, according to the Australian wages, you can earn 21,000 per week, 86,000 per month, and so this is what you would be earning. Both put together, it's around 12 lakhs or 13 lakhs per year you can earn, if you just follow this simple rule. There are a lot of things outside this, but I'm just giving you only the minimum requirement or minimum earning potential that you can, the minimum earning potential. But there are like other, you can maximize this by following some other things, but I'm just giving you only the minimum um, you know um, wage idea that you can, I mean, about your earning potential. Again, in IT, you would be earning around $91,000. This is a very minimum, but now the salaries have gone up very high. So you can earn 98,000 in the banking sector. Telecommunication, it's 80. HR, it's 85, and engineering 76, and so on. And Canada again. So they all are similar. They all are similar. Um, okay. Again, you also get like, up to 2 years of post study work visa and 3 years of post study work visa in even in Canada. So right. So what I would like to say now is and Germany again. So can we just put this slide up? My slide, please. No, mine. Can you just put my? Can you just show me on the screen? Oh yeah, thank you. Right. So that's so much of lots of details to that. So we don't want to go very much in detail. At this stage, you guys need to have an awareness why you should study abroad. Okay, so I've given you enough, uh, you know, tidbits for you to just munch and then, have that in your mind, because you're still in your first or second year, I believe. It's still, if you start planning now, then it's going to take consume a lot of your a lot of your thoughts to process through, and then you can decide on that one. Because as I said, there are like, differentiating yourself from your peers. So if hundreds of people are applying, then how can you differentiate yourself? Either you should be having a, out of 100, if you are secured 98, or if you have studied in an IIT or IIM. I mean, I'm just talking about the top level stuff. So similar way, it when you study abroad, it can give you that recognition in that 100 profile, because nowadays companies, for every single opening, for every single job requirement, there will be like hundreds and thousands of resumes that you get. For example, when I was working as an HR, we get thousands of profiles for every opening that we post. But who has got the time to go through all the profiles? Okay, so we hardly get to look into your resume for 5 to 10 seconds. 5 seconds is what that maximum I would say. If I sit and look into a profile, hardly I take 5 seconds to decide whether this profile was made by the student or they have just copied from someone else. Okay, so and also I can also see just by screening through the profile whether it's going to suit our requirement or not. So then how, when someone is going to go through your profile only for 5 seconds, how can impress them? By having something like this, like an overseas education degree, and also your CV has to be made in a different way, and each and every job requirement you have to make those amendments in your resume. Okay, because now when I was working, we weren't using much of the softwares, but nowadays things have become even more complicated. So physical person will not be like you looking into your profile straight away. Companies have got softwares to shortlist your profiles. That means you need to have the particular keywords in your resume. For example, degree related, what for example in IT you have to use that specific keywords that matches with their job requirement. Then the software shortlist that profile. That means out of 1,000, they shortlist like 500, for example. And in that 500, again, someone has to physically look into that profile. So then they'll decide on that. So in that 500 profiles, how are you going to differentiate yourself? Okay. These are the things you guys have to think about, and there's so much to it. And we are already, I mean, we are available. So it's not only we don't have, I mean, it's not only we give students awareness about studying abroad, because we have vast experience. I myself was a student who studied in UK. Okay, so I'm an MBA graduate from UK. So I myself was a student. I have a complete understanding about the student life cycle. And then I worked as an HR where I have recruited people. I've done end to end HR formalities, right from hiring the students, screening, doing the recruitment, doing their joining formalities, talent managing the thing, and then we have deployed employees to the big companies, as we said, like Dell, Renault, Nissan. They are our clients used to be. And then we have done, I mean, I've done the exit formalities. So I completely understand the recruit, I mean, the employee life cycle as well. And then I'm a qualified student counselor, and also I work with the migration lawyers as well. So we have a team, so like of 7 to 8 people who will be like clearly going through your profile, and then we'll advise you. We just don't advise you based on your requirement alone. We also advise you, thinking from the perspective. For example, if your ultimate goal is to only to have an abroad education, a quality abroad education, then we'll recommend you to a country where it can be very affordable. At the same time, it's going to earn you the recognition. But if your intention is to study and settle down, then that's a different thing altogether. So we will advise you which country to study, which state to study, and which course to study. For example, you might be interested in doing an IT, but again, in IT, you need to have that, the the subdivision where you can get that, get that entry into the PR. So we'll also advise you from that perspective, because we have tie-ups with the migration lawyers where only they have that inside information from the migration industry and from the migration commissioners. So how the law is going to change, so we work at that level, so we understand the immigration policies very well. So we work from that way. So it's not that you just go spend all that money that you're taken as a loan or hard-earned money of your parents. It's also getting that money back, and how you can reap and that investment. At the same time, you need to have a better standard of living at the same time. Okay, so if you believe that way, I'm just saying, I'm not I was born and brought up in India. So I grown up in Chennai, so I love Chennai. That's why I have an office in Chennai. If you can look the my background, it's our Chennai office that we have in Perambur. So you are most welcome to visit our office, and we have our team to assist you. And I'll be available on the phone. So just like this, you can just flip me a message, and then I'll be in touch with you. So and don't think like we are not aliens to you just because we are speaking in English. We also come from hail from Chennai, so we can very well speak Tamil, we can speak Telugu, we can speak Hindi, and you are most welcome to discuss in whatever the languages, because I can understand, being a first year student, it will take some time for you guys to groom and improve your language skills, because that's how we were brought up probably. So it will take some time, so don't hesitate to call us. So call us, or you can just flip a message, whatever the doubts can be a very minimal one, but still, or even a silly doubts, don't worry about that. Just give us a ring, or you can visit our office with your parents. Okay, so then we should be able to assist you. I mean, we can give an awareness to your parents, because that's where everything starts from. Because once they are enlightened, then everything falls in place. Then you need to have that passion in studying abroad. Okay, so we can guide you. It's not only that, we can also help you to um, you know uh, prepare yourself for the interview and how to apply for the jobs. Okay, so and it's not the regular way where you see job posting on the website and you apply. It doesn't work that way, because in most cases, the job will get closed within the jobs gets, I mean, within the referral scheme. So if someone working in that company, they refer someone, that profile will be looked into first. Okay, and then there are many jobs that just get posted just for the sake of like posting, because they need to do that as per the company's policies. But things work in a different way. So for all those things also, we can advise you, and we can definitely, you wouldn't regret. At the same time, you'll be having a lot more um, you know idea about how to approach this entire process, because we have end-to-end experience on that. Right, and finally, I would like to thank Mrs. Kausalya Madam, and the placement, she is the placement coordinator, for giving us this opportunity, and Subha Madam for organizing all this for us. And I hope I'll see you guys in the next few months directly, and then give a live presentation to you guys. So, and in the meantime, if you guys have any queries or anything, so you can reach out to your college coordinators, and also you will get our company details, where you can log in and check our websites and give us a ring. Okay, so currently I live in Australia, but still I have the Indian number as well as the Australian number, which will be shared to you. Don't hesitate even a bit if you want to reach me out. I mean, if you want to reach out to me directly. Okay, so all good, and all the very best for you guys for your degree. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable information. I hope that students might have learned in-depth information on abroad education, and I hope that they might have encouraged to join so much of courses available in abroad. And I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates to make this program a grand success. I would like to extend my special thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Dwarak Naga, sir, who honor this event with his inspirational thoughts. I would like to express my sincere thanks to our founder, Chancellor A.C. Sanmugam, sir, our Honorable President A.C.S. Arun Kumar, sir, Vice Chancellor Dr. Geeta Lakshmi, ma'am, Provost, Rectors, Registrars, Additional Registrars, all Joint Registrars, Deans, Deputy Deans, HODs, Deputy HODs, teaching and non-teaching staff of various departments. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our joint registrar, first year ENT, Dr. N.S. Shubhashri ma'am, for her restless effort and full support for us. I'm
Yes,
so happy to
Yes, she
Yes.
has done a fantastic job in organizing everything. So it's not that easy, I understand. And I also apologize if I've missed anyone's name in that because I'm not familiar with everyone there. So because of the short span that we had, so I didn't get a chance to address everyone. But definitely, thank you for the entire management team who has given us this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. I'm so happy to extend our gratitude to our students for attending the program with patience. Once again, I thank one and all present here. Thank you. So, student can use the feedback link which has been posted in the chat box. Kindly fill the link to get your attendance.